Good afternoon. Buenas tardes from Switzerland, from Geneva. It's a very big pleasure to be here and also an honor to be invited by the company Border Chemie in order to issue this interesting, I hope interesting speech about the green impact of an optimal synergy between the wash of disinfectors and the chemistry. Really. And thank you very much for the audience that you are in streaming by YouTube channel to connecting to us. Okay, let me start with a very short introduction about the company Matachana. We are a Spanish company located in Barcelona, where we have our main production plant and also our headquarters offices. We have two big divisions. The first one is for life science, but focusing in today, I would like to speak about our healthcare area. Here you have our trio portfolio of products that we can offer to the healthcare sector. And in case of the infection control, we have four or five products that are our focus of interest. Washing disinfectors, sterilization, consumables, and traceability. Coming back to the consumables, you can see here which are our line of products, mainly detergents, only in this case for the Spanish country, and a complete line of monitoring chemical and biological indicators for around the world. Of course, a lot of you have very recent in your mind the Conference of Parties 20C in Glasgow 2021. A lot of information, a lot of discussions. But let me to introduce some special figures. The 4.4% of the carbon dioxide emissions around the world are issued by the healthcare sectors. It means that we need to consume and to produce in a different way. Why not to award these technologies that can be more sustainable and environmental friendly? But really, what means sustainable? Because a lot of times we use that word and with not to understand correctly, which is the basis of that term. Sustainability, this is the official definition. Process and actions through which humankind avoids the depletion of natural resources in order to keep an ecological balance, equilibrium, that doesn't diminish the quality of the life of the societies. Modern societies, it's not needed to come to the Neolithical, but why to live in an equilibrium with our nature? In the last decades, we have seen a big evolution of the washing equipment and the chemical products, and a lot of features, technical features, has been favored by this. First of all, the reduction of the cycle time. You know, all the companies are offering more speed washer disinfectors. Remember that the reprocessing cycle of medical devices is not a run, it's not a course, it's a process, and we have to do correctly. The reduction, of course, of the electrical consumption, due mainly to this reduction in the cycle time. The reduction of the water consumption, not only the water consumption that we are using concretely in the cycle, also the extra water that we need for generating this water with a specific quality level. The development, of course, of more biodegradable, concentrated, and environmental-friendly chemical products. And at the end, why not, as a direct consequence of this, the reduction in plastic waste. Here you have our portfolio of washer disinfectors that we can present to the hospitals. This is our complete range of products, from the more small devices for private clinics, for small doctors, to the more popular devices that we can introduce in the reprocessing unit for medical devices. All of them designed and manufactured following the most demanding principles of environmental sustainability and cost effectiveness. I wouldn't like to enter in detail in the technical features of all of them. I only would like to emphasize the water consumption of these devices. Here you have our normal washer disinfector that we are installing in the CCD department with 18 dim baskets of capacity, where we can highlight the 25 liters by water that we use in each phase. In case of the big car washer that we can present for the market, we have the MAT LT2000 for big volumes of material with only 20 liters water by phase. And at the end, our last development specifically developed for the solution for learner material and also containers and some critical moments of productivity demands, our compact car washer Mat LT 2000 with only 70 liters of water phase. You know, all of you probably, this is one of the dogmas of our reprocessing circle, the Herbert-Zener circle. If we are affecting one of the parameters of the Zener circle, how will affect to the rest of parameters of this circle? Here we have the mechanical action, the chemical action, the temperature, and the contact time. But what happens if we are affecting to the water? Okay? We have to assure the cleaning efficacy. It could be a handicap in case of machines that we are consuming very few quantity of water. And of course, we have to assure that not existence of chemical residues at the end of the process. By this reason, during the commissioning, during the starting up the machines, during the validation, during the maintenance, the preventive maintenance of our engineers, and of course, requalification every year of these machines, we have to adjust and calibrate all the mechanical elements that must assure the quality and the quantity of water. By this reason, when we are speaking about less consumption of water, we have to assure the good quality of the right chemistry. In this case, Matachana is working with Border Chemie since 16 years ago in the Spanish country with a very good success, and really the relationship with the company and especially with the products has been very success. Also, for manual products as for automatic process. Okay, sorry. And for automatical process. Again, with the guarantee that we have to assure the cleaning performance and the not existence of the residues of the materials. Here you have one example in a real hospital that we treated 1 year ago, previous to the pandemics. This is the Aga Khan University Hospital in Nairobi, in Kenya. Really, I have expressly and strategically thought in that hospital because it's very easy to speak about ecological topics and environmental friendly in Europe. In the all Europe, we have aware about natural resources and all of that. But what happened in developing countries? Okay, we see which was our proposal. This was the situation of the hospital when we arrived there, thanks to our distributor in that country, in Kenya. The proposed setup for them was to use the left side, as you can see in the display, only for the new washers. And they would like to maintain the right side free for a future extension. Our design, the layout that we proposed at the hospital was this. In the left side, to install 2 big washer disinfectors, Matachana 1000, and accompanied with 1 medium-sized Matachana 500 model. And in the future, in the right side, when the hospital had the next budget to incorporate a new car washer. This is the tool that the hospital used in order to make a calculation that what could be the saving money if we compare machines with a less water consumption and electricity to the old one machines. Mainly because we were a new supplier there, not well known in the country, and why to change if I don't have too much reference there? This is the Excel. This is a very Excel sheet where we have the variable dates, the price in kilowatt hour, the price of the water in cubic meters, the price of detergents, and the price of the rain aid, with the number of washer disinfectors, days by year, cycles by their years, etc. We are always speaking about 2 washer disinfectors. Here you have the difference in the exploitation by year of these washer disinfectors comparing to the old competitor that was installed in the hospitals. For 10 years, the quantity of money that they can save thanks to the acquisition of less impacted ecologically speaking, devices was more than $8,000, okay? Here you have other parameters that they analyze. The cycle time, of course, with a very positive impact in the electricity that they have to consume, with or without booster in order to accelerate the speed of the cycles, the water consumption by phase, the kilowatt hours, and the, again, number of baskets that in each case was the same capacity that we were compared with the respective percentage of time needed, of consumption needed for these washers. At the end, main figures and consequence, and also more palpable consequence that we can evaluate in a very quick way. Water. The acquisition of these two new washer disinfectors has an impact of more than 2,000 cubic meters of water saved in 10 years. If we translate that to the normal average of water intake that we need as a person, 3 liters by day, it means 200 persons drinking water during 10 years, or more than 730,000 persons that could drink water in a day. What about chemistry? We have 38% less of chemical consumption. But it's not only the chemical, it's also the plastic residues that we are creating for the hospital to manage these plastic residues that also is very expensive to do it. And the last one, the total cost in 10 years was more than $8,000, more than 70,000 euros. Do you know what represents that? Not only the acquisition of the car washer that they need. For instance, it's more than 4,000 vials of vaccines of Pfizer, okay? Well, as every drop counts, I think that every initiative from the industrial point of view is also important. Thank you very much for your attention. I hope that the topic has been your interest. And muchas gracias para todos los hispanohablantes que hayan estado atentos a la audiencia. Gracias. Thank you.